Many races, one people.
Every year on this 9th of August, for many years ahead, how many I do not know, we will dedicate ourselves anew to consolidate ourselves, to survive, and most important of all, to find an enduring future for what we have built and what our forebears shall build on.
They came from all walks of life, each playing his part. From crisis to crisis, we will hand in hand to overcome the challenges. Stone by stone, brick by brick, our little island had become a modern city of the world. From a sleepy little kampong, our city now marched to a new beat.
The senior minister early on in black and white television days, delivering a very powerful message during his National Day rally speech in 1968. And his words still mean so much even in today's context.
That's right. Now, under Mr. Lee's guidance, Singapore today is a financial and industrial powerhouse despite the lack of abundant natural resources.
And now on the field, we see the entry of troops from the Traffic Police, the Singapore Civil Defence Force and the SAF Provost Unit in this next performance. I will probably never see our traffic police riding in this manner anywhere in the streets of Singapore. A stunt that requires extreme balance and agility.
The SAF Provost is part of the SAF Military Police, and they are tasked with the enormous responsibility of maintaining security and discipline in the Army.
Well, this SAF Provost precision rifle drill has always been a crowd favorite. It requires tremendous concentration, timing and coordination with the fellow performers, especially when they juggle around their Mark IV rifles. Oh, that's great laser comments from our Provost soldiers.
And now we see a whole load of throw-down balls, 650 inflatable balls to be precise, being passed onto the field from the spectators, who must be very surprised by this activity this year.
Actually, if you examine the balls carefully and closely, each ball is painted differently, depicting the different occupations in Singapore. If you try to take a close-up look, construction workers, nurses, doctors, sportsmen and women, just to name a few.
That's right. Now, Bennett, they sure look like good souvenirs to bring home. I just think they're too huge for our spectators to bring out of it.
Well, we'll try to sneak out one later on. Our spectators are really having a good time tossing these balls onto the field.
And now we see the 800-strong contingent from the Singapore Soka Association.
And this is the Kinetics PG, representing a movement of energy, as our performers are dressed in different costumes representing various occupations and sectors of our society.
Singapore Soka Association has been part of the parade for the past 18 years. Well, if you think about it, a cohesive society is not just about racial harmony. It's also about the different strata and segments of society coming together to form our homeland of Singapore.
Absolutely. Well, be they doctors, construction workers, cosmopolitans or heartlanders, foreign or local talents, every individual counts. Singapore's workforce has undergone much changes over the years to meet the evolving needs of the country and economy.
That's right, starting with manufacturing and engineering base in the 70s, we then moved on to introduce more skills, banking and finance, education and more recently biotechnology.
Well, this item with its multi-talented cast reminds us that the strength of Singapore does not depend on the size of our population but on the quality and strength of our people.
A people that has learned to innovate, that is not afraid to create, experiment and be entrepreneurial.
An aerial view of what's happening on the ground. And this formation represents the circuit board, which reminds us once again that Singapore is a very advanced IT hub.
Clever use of the light props to form the satellite, symbolic of Singapore as a telecommunications hub.
From one satellite to the next.
And the light prods used are symbols of the success we see in our country, and this display speaks of Singapore's ability to compete in the global arena.
And what you see right now are our performers trying to build 5 towers. The 4 groups on the field will use ladders that they brought along with them to create a tower, while the 5th tower on the island stage is a human tower. And this is one feat where both individual efforts and unity are vital to its construction.
That's right, it also depicts the importance of every single individual, and each has an important role to play to achieve team excellence.
We see some giant inflatable icons as well. That is the Changi Airport Control Tower, our pride and joy perhaps.
The human tower efforts of everyone to scale to greater heights.
Against a beautiful backdrop of Singapore's skyscrapers on the 3 screens. Beautiful item from the Singapore Soka Association.
Choreographed by Mr. Spencer Wu, who's been involved in the parade since 1985.